How's it going, everybody? Today's video is for people that are new to ME and CFS. Maybe you just recently got diagnosed, you're looking and searching all over the internet for some answers, some understanding. I wanted to structure the video as if I was talking to myself 12 years ago when I first got diagnosed. I vividly remember the day I got diagnosed and kind of just sitting on the couch, kind of in silence, kind of confused and lost. I kind of wish I can go back in time and speak to myself and say, hey, these are the do's and don'ts, and it would have made this uphill battle a lot easier. So I'm hoping you can benefit from the mistakes I made and the right decisions that I made, and maybe it'll make your journey a little bit smoother and a little bit easier to manage for you and your family. So I listed 10 things here that I would say to my 22-year-old self. I'm 34 now. What I would say to the young me. Number one, I would talk to my family, not just about having the illness. I was lucky; they were very supportive. But I would talk to them about the stigma behind this illness. I don't think they were fully prepared for the negativity from doctors and friends and some extended family. I don't think my immediate family was ready for that. That was tough on them as much as it was on me, and they cut people out of their lives because of the way they reacted negatively to this illness. So that's one thing I would prepare your family for. Educate yourself on what the stigma is like, and then kind of help educate and inform them that there's a lot of negativity behind this illness, a lot of misunderstanding, and a lot of doctors that really have no idea. Mentally prepare yourself and your family for that. Number two, I would find a ME literate doctor. It's a lot easier said than done, but you may have a doctor that diagnosed you, and that might be the extent of their knowledge. And that happened to me many, many, many times. I probably saw 100 doctors over the last 12 years, right around there. And a lot of them diagnosed me and then said, hey, eat well, sleep as much as you can, drink water, and walk it off kind of thing, which is crazy. But try to find someone, go on support groups on Facebook or other social media, and try to figure out where ME literate doctors are at. I know there's a Facebook group that they kind of charted out every ME literate doctor in each state. In the UK, I think it's a little bit more difficult, but the patients and the sufferers of ME there are very knowledgeable, and I'm sure they can point you in the right direction. So try to get in a support group and figure out how to find a great doctor. That makes a world of a difference than someone who kind of just has no answers for you. You waste a lot of time. Number three, learn to accept not being able to do what you used to be able to do. Don't try to fight through it. That causes crashes, and that's detrimental to your health. So you're going to have to learn to take a back seat to the urge to want to fight through what you're feeling. In this culture, a lot of times you catch a cold or a flu. A lot of us go to work and fight through it is kind of like the culture that we have. Fight through the cold or fight through the flu or whatever you're feeling. You can't do that with ME and CFS, and you have to learn to accept that because you're going to get worse and worse and worse if you keep fighting that. We deal with post-exertional malaise, and that basically is when you do a lot of activity afterwards. You crash for several days, some people weeks, some people are fully bedridden. And you have to try to avoid that at all costs. When I was young and healthy, I just tried to fight through the fatigue, fight through the pain, fight through the brain fog, and I kept pushing, and that really backfired, and it took me actually years to actually start to feel back to where I was before I pushed through so much. So I definitely would say that to my younger self. Number four, I would start to make changes in my life. And by that I mean I would start to do different activities. I would start to eat better. I would start to focus more on sleep and food. The basic things that your doctor is going to tell you, I would listen and focus on it. It actually really is important to eat right. It's very important to try to sleep right. It's very important to drink a lot of water. I would focus more on the things I didn't used to think were that important. When you're really young, you don't really pay attention as much, at least I didn't, to what I was eating and how much I was sleeping. I didn't really pay attention. I would definitely tell my younger self to focus more on that and make some changes in my life. Number five is LDN. I would tell my younger self to take LDN, low dose naltrexone. Now, I'm not going to go too far into that because I think I'm going to make a completely separate video on that because there's so much to talk about LDN. But in a nutshell, it's one of the few prescription drugs that help people a lot with autoimmune diseases, specifically ME and CFS. I think that would maybe be the first thing I would tell myself at 22, because I feel like it would have stopped the aggressive progression that I had in my 20s. And I feel like if I would have started taking that really early, I would have benefited a lot from that. That may be the first thing that I would say if I time traveled back. Number 6, be ready to cut out friends, family, and coworkers that do not understand. Anyone that's negative and holding you down, saying you're a hypochondriac, it's all in your head, all that BS, I would definitely be ready to cut those people out, either temporarily or permanently, until you at least get a grasp on what you're feeling, on how you're feeling, what your strategy is going to be to live with this illness. You got so much going on in your head when you first get sick. You have so much confusion, so much uncertainty. The last thing you need are people that are negative in your life, in my opinion. And be ready to cut those people out. That was really hard for me. I'm a loyal person to my friends and my family, but I had to accept some people just don't get it. And if you're not on the same path as me, I'm going to have to just go on my own here. And ultimately, that really helped me a lot. So that's something I would definitely say. Number 7, I would learn to enjoy the small things. I was so disappointed at first at all the things I could not do. And that frustrated me so much. I would start to learn to enjoy things that are free in life. Some of the best things are free, as cliche as that sounds. I started to learn to enjoy just hanging out with friends, hanging out at my house with them, doing very small things like sitting outside with them, and learning just to appreciate the small things in life. That really goes a long way. If you focus on what you cannot do, it's going to drive you nuts because you may lose a lot of activities and things that you used to be able to do. Number 8, always keep trying to get better. As silly as that sounds, a lot of people, they give up. You can't give up. You have to keep trying to get better. You have to keep trying to educate yourself and inform yourself on this illness. Join support groups, talk to people, keep going to the doctor. You have to keep trying to feel better, whether it's taking certain supplements, eating better. You have to fight this illness. A lot of doctors out there are not going to help you fight it. You have to fight it. So you have to be ready for that. And it's on your shoulders to get better. And I know that's tough. You got enough on your shoulders right now, but it's on you. So inform yourself. That's very important. Number 9 kind of ties into number 8, and it's learn, and then learn more. Learn about yourself. Learn about this disease. Learn about the people around you, and learn about your doctors. You should be interviewing your doctors as if they were applying for a job at your company if you owned one. And you need to learn about yourself. When your body's telling you enough, you need to learn how to listen to your body. When you eat certain things and you have flare-ups or certain symptoms arise, listen to your body. Learn how to listen. That sounds funny, but learn how to listen. It's good advice for people with this illness. And number 10, you have to stay positive. This illness will drag you through the mud, kick you while you're down, and then some. And the hardest thing may be to stay positive, but you have to stay positive. There's always a way to get better. Maybe it hasn't happened for you yet, but it will. There's a lot of things out there, a lot of people working really hard in Norway, all over the country, the Unrest documentary. There's a lot of things going on now that's getting the ball rolling on trying to find treatment for this illness. 10, 12 years ago, when I first got this, I couldn't even find anything on the internet when I would do searches on Google about this. There was just a few things about it, and I was so hopeless at that time. Now, I would tell my younger self, stay positive. Things are going to change. I'm going to learn about LDN. I'm going to learn about many other things, supplements, ways to eat, all these different things that really did improve my health. I'm not cured by no means, but I'm not at the level that I was when I was 23, 24, 25 years old. So stay positive. I hope this helps a little bit. I wish I could hop in a Back to the Future vehicle and tell myself these things, but I can't. So the best I can do is share this with you guys and hope that it helps you. I hope you guys are feeling okay. And until next time, take care.